Clip that really showcases the biodiversity on display in the island nation of Japan.
This is from Nanny Korchin Hakai, and I have to say, it's a nice change of pace for around the net. Is it a blossoming Japanese cherry tree?
Close, close. It's a tree. Looks like it has a bud on it.
一定の角度からだけ引き締まったお尻を眺めることができる。
男よ。Yeah. I saw that video and once like you know you zoom in, you're waiting for it, and then you actually see the curvature, and the first thing that went through my head is I would. It's true.
You're awful.
Yeah, I'll put it in worse places. So, but finally,
keep that stuff to yourself.
What? No, I just say. You know what? I am glad because I like it's like finally a tree is doing something for us. You know, thanks for giving back. Finally, nature.
Oh, okay. Well, but trees don't give us delicious fruits, do they? Or provide us shade from the sun?
Are you being sarcastic? I mean, have you read much Lord of the Rings lately, Sarah? Okay, oh, next you're going to try telling me that trees fart out the oxygen we breathe, right? Okay, I get it. Oh, they're here to save.
Can't fool you, Kevin.
Thank you.
The good news is that tonight's number 4 will help you get your kids ready for Halloween.
Yeah.
The bad news is that it won't be so helpful since it's from the Onion News Network, the most trusted name in fake news.
Yeah, if you're worried that your son is going to pick like an effeminate Halloween costume, then pay attention because your fake problem has now been solved.
If you're the parent of an overly feminine little boy, choosing the right Halloween costume is crucial for avoiding humiliation during your family's trick-or-treat outings.
The good news is, with a little creativity, we can disguise your girly son as a normal kid. This is Travis. Say hello, Travis.
Hello, Travis.
If you want your child to depict a male-dominated profession, be very careful not to choose one that's been co-opted by the gay community, like a fireman, a cop, a cowboy.
Good point.
Otherwise,
right.
they'll just end up looking like a stripper.
So you're a scary robot, huh?
This is also a good costume for what I call a prancer.
A prancer.
A son who skips delicately instead of just walking. Ben, take a few steps.
Well, look at that. Problem solved.
I want to be a pastry chef, but she would have
look at this feature.
Oh, now that's a good option.
Yeah.
I am a robot. I don't know. I mean, I like the idea. I like the concept, but that robot was still pretty damned effeminate, if you ask me. I think, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think robots are supposed to be like tough and manly rust buckets, you know, unless they're sexy lady bots.
Kevin,
but I think they should be like Terminators.
Kevin,
big what?
That is a very ignorant statement.
Why?
One of your robots is gay.
One of our robots is gay? I never knew.
Anyway, today's number 3 item condenses all 154 minutes of Quentin Tarantino's stylish gangster story, Pulp Fiction, into 4 glorious minutes of audio.
Tarantino is known for selecting unique songs for his soundtracks, but this unofficial YouTube mashup goes one step further. It actually combines both the music choices and some of the most memorable moments of the film into a sort of audio-visual experience all its own.
It's 20 minutes of work. I'll be there in 10.
Yeah. In a waiting school all day long, waiting on the bell room so I can go home. Throw my books on the table, pick up the telephone. Come on, baby, let's do some fun.
Confusing if you weren't really paying any attention.
Like a Tarantino film, really.
Yeah.
That's pretty much what it was. Yeah. Fitting.
Today's number 2 item celebrates the thankless profession of sports mascots.
Yeah, most people don't expect more than like a wave or a half-hearted shuffle from their mascot. But the Harlem Globetrotters are not your average basketball team. No, sir. No, it makes sense for their team mascot to be a little bit flashier, I think.
So here's their inflatable mascot, Big G, dancing to just about every song you'd expect to hear during a halftime show.
Oh, all right.
That was so cool.
Yeah, that's a mascot. You see those moves? That was pretty stylish.
It was amazing. If there was a mascot Olympics, Big G would be taking home the gold.
Yes, unlike a certain other show's sorry excuses for mascots. I'm sorry, that is just sad. You guys, no, don't feel pity. I told them to rehearse more. This is Bush League. We had a whole routine ready to go. What are you sad for, Cal? Huh? You're pathetic.
Kevin.
You're pathetic. And look at that sad Cal.
Calm down. God, I mean, at least we have until a commercial break to get these guys out of here.
You guys are an embarrassment. Don't help him. Drop him. Drop him. No, don't drop. Today's number 1 video, however, is not an embarrassment. It's coming up right after this. All right, you can drop him. Don't get him there. Stupid crowd. Stupid crowd. He says he's the Hulk. Oh, hey, TV show. Let's make some. Coming in at number 1 today, it's a clip from the early 80s TV series, you know, The Hitchhiker.
For those of you who don't remember it, which is probably most of you, The Hitchhiker was kind of like an updated version of The Twilight Zone, where the Hitchhiker character introduced clothes and... scroll back, please, for a second. Where the Hitchhiker...
2... Sorry.
Where the Hitchhiker character introduced and closed a new story each week.
Yeah! Now, apparently, this particular story is about a noted German oddball actor, Klaus Kinski. Klaus Kinski fans in here? Yeah. And apparently, he bought some sort of killer 80s, 80s stereo system or something.
Intense in the 80s.
Well, yeah, especially intense if your audio system is the size of a friggin' ENIAC, right? Thank you.
That's
Thank you.
I don't get it.
An ENIAC.
I don't get it.
Excuse me, sorry, Sarah. Well, okay, audience. The electronic numerical integrator and computer, or the ENIAC, was built in 1946, cost $500,000, and you can see it took up 650 square feet of floor space. Weighed 26 tons, this beast here did, if you can believe that.
Kevin, I do believe you mean 27 tons?
I do believe you are right, Miss Sarah. I'm sorry. I stand corrected, 27 tons. And so you see that implying that man's stereo was as large as the ENIAC is therefore rather humorous, because that is a very large stereo.